So let's go ahead and get this started going. In the red here is Kingsman, and he's playing as the Mongols. I am playing as the Turks. I'm from the United States, and he is from Mexico. As that rogue villager decided to get that sheep there, aggravating. I actually played with Kingsman a couple of days ago, or 3 or 4 days ago, and I was playing as Bohemians and he was playing as Turks, and I ended up winning that one after a pretty long drawn out battle. About an hour of gameplay. I guess that's not that long. But in this matchup, I'm playing as the Turks and he's playing as the Mongols. And I don't usually play as Turks. It's something that I've wanted to get into, but yeah, I said I think this is our second or third game together. He said I don't remember, because we had actually played just a few days ago before that, and I knew I recognized his name, so I was sitting there looking while these things were happening. I went and looked in the Age of Empires AoE2 companion app and wanted to see what was going on. And he's coming forward here, building a house as he's on his way to feudal. Let's get that up. There we go. And he hits feudal, so immediately drops a tower and a gate.
Yes.
Lag is not cool. So I made the mistake of deciding to come forward here without loom. And look at these quick walls, man. What the heck? It was actually pretty well done. And yeah, so I'm going to pay dearly for that decision. I lose 1 villager and 2 villagers and almost 3 villagers. So very effective tower. Lose 2 villagers right off the bat, and am forced off my berries. So far so good. I don't know why he didn't take a scout and try and run down some more villagers. These are non-loom villagers with very few hit points. I said that hurt.
Yes.
Honestly, I was kind of surprised. I was like, I did not expect this to happen like this. Like, I think of Mongols as more of a boomy type civ, or unless it's an open map. If it's open map, maybe you might go into scouts really quick. But on arena, I think of this like booming a lot. You know what I mean? So the villager count is actually exactly 21 to 21 because I lost 2 villagers. And now he has 22 to 21, so he's got a slight lead. I'm going to do my own defensive tower and drop a blacksmith there. He immediately stops attacking the wall there, and let's actually go to his point of view. Yeah, so he can see that tower now. Alright. And he's going to start attacking over here. Now, as Turks, I wanted to try the Turkish fast imp. Actually had a couple different ideas that I wanted to try with the Turks whenever you get up to either castle or imp, honestly. But everything I was trying to do kind of went out the window because here I am being pressured by villagers attacking my wall and a tower. So dropping a market here, he immediately responds by dropping a tower, and it's just like, oh man, like I thought maybe this was just like drop a tower, try to make me overreact kind of thing, and be done with it. But he's committing to getting these towers up and trying to get in here, it looks like. Villager counts 25 to 25. So I could have been in a lot better place if I had not lost those 2 villagers. And actually forced off of that for the time being. I'm going to come back and try and finish it now because he ungarrisoned his villagers. And who remembers back whenever you used to be able to hop through the cracks in the walls on arena whenever you had a tower? The tower hopping? Yeah. Them were the days. Villager counts 27 to 27. I do have some villagers on stone over here. I was kind of decide, do I want to have enough stone for a defensive tower? So I want to try and get to castle quickly and build a defensive castle. Couldn't make up my mind. Ended up pulling some off of stone here, and I'm going to drop a tower here. So the problem I think that he made is I I don't know why he built a tower here. I think he should have just tried to get through the wall here and had enough villagers to garrison here so that I couldn't keep building behind it. Because then he could have easily got through here. Instead, it gave me time to get up another tower here. So now I've got a tower on either side, which is going to help protect me pretty well. He does have a 1 villager lead right now. And I'm going to come over here and start taking some safe wood. And he's going to come over here and start taking my forward stone. And it sucks that my berries are so far forward because now I'm having to go really heavy into farms to try and compensate for losing all that food or access to all that food. And I don't know why he's attacking this portion of the wall whenever there's a market behind it. You do much better to attack the gate or even delete one of your own walls here and attack the wall right there. That's could be exposed. And he's still maintaining that 1 villager lead. Let's check on him back home. Back home, he's going into a lot of farms himself. He's safely taking his berries because they're back here. He took quite a bit of stone there, but now all the villagers are forward taking stone over here from me. And that little bit of wall went down, but I can't get in there. And this little villager lost her way. I don't know what the heck she thinks she's doing, but she's going to lose her life in the service of the king and queen. Yeah. Something else. Ever since they released the newest patch, I've just, whenever I play, I'm getting lag. Whenever I do replays, I'm getting lag. It's just extremely aggravating. And now he's finally attacking my gate. Villager counts 39 to 30 or 40 to 33 because I'm almost on my way, or almost up to castle. And there we go. So first things first, I'm going to get the siege workshop up and start taking down these towers. Actually, I get the free light cav upgrade, so get a villager kill there. Feels good to finally get a kill on the board. If I was paying attention, I could have got another one right there. And Mangonel is out to start pressuring these towers. And now he's in castle. Villager count is 40 to 37. He has a 3 villager lead. But these towers are going down. Yeah. Tried to wall my scout in there. Think I might get... No, man, I could have got that villager, bro. Dang it. I was reacting trying to save this Mangonel, though. And these towers are down. So now, out of all those 3 forward towers, only one's left, and it's about to go down. And I'm coming over here to build another town center. Checking on him over here. Still on 1 town center for now. And his forward position has been mostly pushed back, really. And he's going to build a siege workshop. Getting out some Mangonel from his castle here. And I got another kill, actually. It's funny. So actually, the KD is 3 to 3 now. Whoop whoop. And this light cav is getting attacked by 3 villagers and a Mangonel. So trying to take out some extra stuff from the safety of my walls. I know he's got Mangonel. I really don't want to lose my Mangonels for free. And now I'm going to get a castle out. It kind of shores up my position, protects me. And it's also going to allow me to be able to click up to the next age whenever I'm ready. Which I am now. On my way up to Imp. And he sniped that Mangonel, unfortunately for me. You got a forward monastery, you're going to start getting some monks out. I'm still on just 2 town centers. He is still on 1 town center. and is currently still in castle. What kind of an interesting choice to go for Mangonels here versus the wall. Like Rams might have been a better choice. I'm just going to wall behind here and protect myself, getting some Janissaries out as well. Trying to lure him into some castle fire. He's not falling for it. And there's a literal tropical depression going on right now outside of my house. It is storming like crazy. Maybe it's messing with the internet. I don't know. He got a relic there. And 95% of the way up to Imp. He still hasn't clicked up yet. Trying to get some shots on these Mangonels. And boom, I'm in Imp now. Now he still has more military than I do. He's 17 to 10 right now. The KD is 5 to 7. I actually have 2 more kills. And I'm going to add in some stables. I want to get that free Hussars. Well, they're not free, but the upgrade is free. Villager count's 53 to 58, so I actually got up to Imp first and have more villagers because I was on 2 town centers. And that's the thing is, if you're going to really dedicate yourself just to 1 town center, you better be making some progress, because otherwise you're going to start falling behind when it comes to vill production. And he's actually on his way to Imp now at 25%, has a second castle up, so I'm assuming wants to get a lot of Mangonel production up, and that's why he did that. Gonna get a free kill there. Can't complain about that. And you know, I see this a lot at my elo, which is 1200-ish. People building forward monasteries, and the thing is, I have no problem with that. But as you're collecting the relics, might be a good idea to send them back to a monastery in the rear of your base. That way you don't lose your relics, because the relics that are in there are going to be ejected. And I got a bombard cannon out. One of the great things about Turks is you get chemistry for free, which is awesome because it takes so long to research chemistry. So you just build a couple of Civ workshops before you hit Imp, and then as soon as you hit Imp, boom, bombard cannons. And you can also get Hussars. And here, got some Janissaries here. Eventually I'm going to add in some archer ranges so I can build some hand cannons as well. And that ejected 2 relics right there. He's 80% up to Imp now. I'm getting housed, unfortunately. Adding in a lot of farms. And pretty much all of his forward position is gone now. Just a couple of houses, and those are now gone. So probably should have built a little bit more military to protect the bombards. The problem is the Mangonel have that bonus versus siege, and you know they're going to be trying to snipe those bombard cannons to protect their buildings and their base. So coming forward here, still keep getting housed, which is unfortunate. And finally putting some pressure on his base. Losing my siege really quick though, unfortunately. It's just these Mangonel are so good. I mean, just one-shotting them, unfortunately. Boom. Well, that took 2 shots, but all 3 of my bombard cannons are down, which they're so expensive. And I'm just trying to use these Hussars as a meat shield pretty much. And I see that he has a castle there. I'm like, okay, let's fall back for now. Getting more houses up. And sending out more Hussars. I'm regrouping out here, kind of. And now time for us forward siege workshop. That way my bombard cannons do not have to walk halfway across the map. He's still on 1 town center. Really dedicating himself to just getting military out. Not super concerned about increasing villagers too much. I have 20 more villagers than he does. And 9 more military. So, I forgot that Turks don't get elite skirm. Adding in some skirms here too. Before I realized that you don't get it. But you know what? At the end of the day, skirms counter Mangonel. And they'll be cheap. No gold so why not? Getting some kills on my hussars. Probably not the best engagement, not the worst either though. Falling back because I don't like that yet. He's got a monk out here as well trying to heal him up. And a ton of farms. So you got to be thinking, okay, well, he's probably thinking about getting some of his own hussars. The Mongols have some of the best, if not the best, regular hussars. I think it's like 118 hit point hussars. Really, really chunky boys. And just adding more production buildings. And also adding a monastery back here where it's safe, so I can start collecting these relics as well. Because if this goes long term, I want to have access to gold. Because Mongols are just so hard to fight against. And I keep getting housed. Oh, I was housed so many times in this game. It's so aggravating. It's like on one hand, you want to keep spamming building units. On the other hand, it's like you got to make sure you have enough houses. So a little bit of a stalemate right here, right now. Both sides just amassing forces. The villager count, though, is really what stands out. 67 to 85. So I'm collecting a lot more resources than he is. Once again, that just helps by having more town centers. I only have 2, though. I'm getting a second monastery as well. I really want to collect these relics. Too many times have I lost a game to not having relics. Getting a decent amount of hussars. Here we go. Alright, so now the hussars, I'm so glad I got them because they are perfect for taking out these siege rams. I don't think he has drill because these siege rams are not fast enough. But what a huge investment of gold and wood on these siege rams just to lose them. And so now I'm going to distract with these hussars, send them in and attack his economy, while meanwhile sending my bombard cannons forward, which I went ahead and I got the additional range on them, so they have 14 range bombard cannons. So he's coming back here to clean this up, because otherwise he'd lose most of his economy, which allows me to take all these skirms and janissaries to protect these bombard cannons and push this castle down. Still on 1 TC. He cleaned it up, but it was just a distraction, really. If he killed some villagers, cool. My main thing is just killing his castle so he can't create more Mangonel. Because he only has this little bit of stone right here, and that's it. There's nothing else left in his base that he has access to. And he's running out here. I mean, this is so aggravating. Like, they're so good at sniping bombard cannons. It's just insane. He is losing quite a bit. I'm actually trying to take my janissaries to block his guys to get more hits. He's deleting his wall to try and get his guys out of there. Oh, getting more relics. And I was able to save one bombard cannon out of all of that, unfortunately. But quite a few of his Mangonel went down. They are elite Mangonel now. They do have chemistry as well and upgrades. But that caused a lot of idle villagers. And like I said, now he's producing from just one castle. And so I'm going to make him chase my bombard cannon all the way around, while I'm getting a ton of hits. I got chemistry on my skirms. Like I said, it's free as Turks. So like doing a lot of damage versus his Mangonel here. It's like, okay, so you took out my bombard cannons, but like at what cost? You've lost most of your military here. He has 16 military to 71. Still on 1 town center. And here is an additional stable. Like I said, getting some hussars at some point makes sense. They'll do good against the skirms, and not bad against the gunpowder as well. And thank goodness I have gunpowder as well, because these skirms would take forever to kill these siege rams. Trying to lure me into castle fire there. Villager count is 70-88. I think I may have stopped producing villagers at some point, which that's terrible, because you really ideally want to have 100 to 120 villagers easily. So I probably should have continued building more. Okay, I did get up to 91. All right, so I am still producing. I'm not completely stupid sometimes. And coming over here to actually range his villagers on this wood line. He's pretty happy about that. Forcing him off this wood line. Now he has to come all the way over here to take wood instead. Still on one castle. And finally I actually got this last relic, so all the relics are mine now. And even coming forward with the castle here, it looks like he got drilled because those seem to be moving a bit faster now. Can't tell. I always forget how fast they are with or without. But once again, it's like you don't have enough to protect them. I have these hussars. They have some attack upgrades and armor upgrades, and Turks get a plus P armor as well on their hussars, so they're pretty tanky against archery units, which helps fighting under castle fire, fighting against Mangonel, etc. And now I'm capped, which the villager count's 90, so I got 92. So yeah, almost 100. Once again, sending in these hussars, just trying to distract, pull them back while I come forward. I think I have bombard cannons somewhere. Yeah, here they are. 4 bombard cannons coming over here. Probably should have timed it a little bit better, but it's killing villagers. It's distracting him. It's making him run around with his military while I come in here, so I can pressure his last castle. Let's see how much stone he has in the bank. Yeah, he only has 560 stone, so if he wants more stone, he's going to have to buy it. And he's actually walling in my some quick gates on my hussars there. But I'm not really worried about it, like I said. It's just to keep him busy while I take out this castle. And even got a hussar over here too, raiding that wood line. And that castle goes down. So now really all he has is just a few stables to create hussars from, and there's the GG. So like really good pressure at the beginning. I think his failure to get through the wall hurt him, because now you've overinvested in the stone. I get up to castle first, I drop a castle, I push back all your 4 buildings, I get into imp before you do, and then I just created a better unit composition versus what you were able to put out. But it was a fun game. It was definitely a little stressful and surprising seeing that that tower go up that quickly at the beginning, and it kind of changed how I was going to play the game. But it still was fun. I enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. We'll catch you next time.